How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having an excellent day. Today we're taking a look at how I was almost able to get 46,000 capital peak points from this last raid weekend. So let's jump into the attacks. Of course, we're using the super miners. They're just super strong, and we're going in with the skeleton park on the first attack. I am bringing a few different troops because on the default layout, usually one barbarian and one ram can actually take out this wizard tower and air defense, but we actually have the rock artillery that was moved to that section of the base, so I'm gonna have to use one extra barbarian to clear that out, and then we'll have the minions that can take out this top section, and usually a couple minions end up on the giant cannon, which is the goal for taking that out. So most of our miners have moved through the core of the base, and they're working on the last few defenses here. Pretty low health because they've run through a bunch of the bombs and bomb towers, zap traps. Starting to get hit by that rocket artillery, which is no fun, but if we take out the rocket artillery, then we have pretty much hit our goal. We are able to take out one of the reflectors and the second with the death damage, so didn't get a whole lot. Didn't really get into that last section of the base, which I thought we might have, so I dropped that frost spell there, but oh well, we're still able to get almost 7,000 points from that one attack, which is awesome. Typically with miners, I think the goal is to get around 7,000. I mean, sometimes you can get lucky, you can get up to 8,000, sometimes even one-shot some districts, but I think the goal when using miners is if you get 7,000 points per attack, you are doing very, very good. That should put you somewhere around the 43,000 mark if you're doing it correctly. So we are onto the builder's workshop. We went on the right hand side and we got some of the frost spells down to cover one of the giant cannons. We are going to get hit by this one, kind of unfortunate, but did briefly reset it unsuccessfully with the zap spell, so still targets onto our miners. Now we are hopefully trying to dodge some of these blast bow shots. They are able to take it out, and now we are getting clipped by the giant cannon, but on this base they are not maxed out, so we're able to get a lot of value. So we're into the last spot. Get hit by a couple of the traps, get clipped by the blast bow, but we are able to take out that district hall, and then one miner is able to go on to the blast bow and get us those few extra points, which is perfect. We are running out of time, and we are able to get just under 7,000 points, so pretty successful. Definitely set up for the second hit to clean up the base. In theory, you should be pretty much two-shotting all of the districts with the miners. Potentially not the Barbarian camp. If you're using miners specifically, I would recommend using balloon strategy, which we'll see later in the video. And then of course you want to try and three-shot the capital peak with the miners. I've heard sometimes you can two-shot the capital peak with using the Mega Sparky, but it is pretty tough. So on to the Dragon Cliffs here. I feel the Dragon Cliffs is the best district to attack with the miners. Funny enough, Dragon Cliffs used to be the scariest district to hit. Super annoying to deal with all of those super dragons. Pretty much had to use baby Inferno dragons to take them out, and some archers. Typically, usually have to use 3 attacks on Dragon Cliffs, but now you can actually get the most amount of points with miners from attacking the Dragon Cliffs, because most of the points are from destroying the dragon outposts. So as you can see, we got 8,600 points in that one attack. So if you can, highly recommend first hitting the Dragon Cliffs if it is close to the default layout, because then you'll roughly know where to place the frost spells. So here we are moving on to the Goblin Mines. Now with Goblin Mines, I think I mentioned this in one of the other videos, you'll actually get pretty close to time failing if you bring all 10 miners. So you can definitely replace 1 or 2. Definitely recommend bringing in a super wizard or 2 so that the super miners can actually get through the goblins a little bit faster, because those things from the goblin launchers, when they pop out of those barrels, they can take up quite a bit of time. So got sort of two groups that are split. We got some troops up top trying to help tank the giant, not really doing that best of a job, but now we've got our last few miners working on the last of the goblin launchers, and now there's only the spear thrower. Last miner takes it out. Fortunately, do lose a miner to the zap trap, but we're able to one-shot the Goblin Mines. Not that tricky of a base to take out, so we got 330 bonus points. So next up is the Golem Quarry. Now this one's a little bit different, so they've got a bunch of their splash targeting defenses all grouped up together, so 2 frost spells are actually doing a lot to slow up the damage on this base. And we're hoping to get some miners in there. Unfortunately, I should have put more towards this first pack to go into the core of the base, because a bunch of them do split, go up to that multi-cannon and up to the district hall. So don't get too many going in for this rocket artillery or this blast bow, so we have to kind of hope that as they circle the perimeter of the base, hopefully 1 or 2 miners can split and go in and take those high point defenses out, because that's where most of the points are weighted in the base. Usually the single target defenses have maybe between 100 and 200, but most of the time the splash target defenses, they'll have 4, 5, or sometimes even 600 points available. So all the miners go down, but we get a pretty nice hit. We get 7,770 points from that first attack, which is very, very nice. So now we're taking a look at the Barbarian Camp cleanup attack. So we've got both the rocket artilleries taken out from the first hit. We've got that freeze spell over the other 2 air bombs. And we have another frost, did I say freeze? I meant frost spell over the big group of air targeting defenses. So the goal is to have your balloons clear a path so that you can take out the air bombs and the rocket artillery. So that's your highest priority. Ideally, you want to have those defenses under a graveyard spell or a frost spell to make things a little bit easier. We did bring in 1 pack of minions to clear out the trash buildings in front, so we also had those rams open up those walls on the first attack, so open up the deployment even more. We had 1 lone balloon take out that left air bombs, which was perfect. And as you can see, there's only the 1 spear thrower on the left-hand side of the base remaining, so we'll speed up through here. Fortunately, we only now just get the deployment zone opened up, so that spear thrower did take out a couple balloons, lost a few, so we don't get as many bonus points, but that is fine. We're still able to 2-shot Barbarian Camp, which is still very good. Always good when you can 2-shot Barbarian Camp, because some are pretty tricky. So we got 7,800 plus 141 bonus points in that attack. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you are having fun spamming the capital peaks with the miners. Another week has gone by and somehow they have not been nerfed. I have no idea. Perhaps maybe in November balance changes they will maybe reduce their DPS or the explosion damage or the hit points, maybe all of the above. So we will see. Until then, we will keep on abusing them, getting lots of points, upgrading our capital peaks more effectively. Because as you can see here on the attack log, when we were taking out these raids, 21, 20, 20, 18, 18, 18, 20, 17, 19, taking out these districts very, very quickly. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. There's a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. Until next time, take care.